Hey guys, Dave here from MTS. Going to go through 3 postural exercises to work on to counteract all the sitting we're doing from COVID in the winter. The goal for these exercises was to work a lot of muscles in a couple different exercises. We want to work the front of the body, basically low abs and then your deep neck flexors. The back of the body, your lower traps and your glutes, and then on the side of the body, your obliques and glute medius. So those 3 exercises would be a dead bug, a bird dog, and then a side plank variation. So I'll go through form and technique, and then we'll talk about the common mistakes with each exercise. So let's start with the dead bug. Go on your back, and then those of you that have been through with me, the amount of pelvic tilting that's appropriate, most people are going to fall somewhere in that 50% range. We'll get up into a tabletop position, both arms up position, and then those of you without a bad neck, you can tuck your chin in and lift your head slightly, and then we can do opposite opens. And you guys can go through 2 or 3 sets of 10, basically till you feel your muscles getting a good little workout. You could also add a variation of same side on top. The common mistakes would be is to have your chin lift up too high if you're lifting your head, and then to have your back arch off the table or floor. So work on those, and then to hold your breath as you're doing those. So you'll want to breathe, so it's good to either sing a song or talk while you're doing it, count out loud. It helps you to breathe during the exercises. Number 2 is the bird dog. So same thing, we'll get into another tabletop position. Abs are tight a little bit. You don't want to be too arched or too rounded, so just a little bit of low ab tightening will do the trick. Usually we'll have you engage your lats a little bit just to turn your shoulder blades on, and then head up in neutral, and then you're going to try and reach long. So we're going to reach long and hold, squeeze your butt while you're here, and then switch sides, lift and squeeze your butt while you're here. So our variations are we can keep everything really tight to midline. We can go a little wider to the side, or if you want to get real crazy, you can do same side, which is really, really hard. Okay, that would be your bird dog exercise. Once again, common things would be to drop the back or lift the head, or as you lift, to lift up into extension instead of lengthening. So don't do those things. All right, our last one will be side plank. So I'm going to start in a modified version, which would be just off the knees. It's a little easier for most of you guys, and then you can progress to the straight leg version if you want something a little bit harder, but I'm going to do the easy one. So we're going to come up onto the knees and the elbow, engage that shoulder blade, head in neutral, and then the hips are going to come up and forward. The common mistake we'll have is that people will drift their butt back like that, and then they feel it in their low back. So we want those hips up and forward, abs tight. Make sure that top shoulder's not rotated down and that your head's in alignment with your body. From here we can do holds. We could do something like a hip drop, where I'm going to drop my hips down and then lift back up. Drop my hips down and lift back up. That'll get the long position, and then we could also do something like a leg lift on top, which just adds another degree of difficulty to both of those hip muscles. So one's a little bit more for your belly muscles, and then this would be much more for your hip muscles. Same thing, 3 sets of 10 or so. You can do the prolonged holds in just the half plank if you want to start with that. But give those a shot.